Allow this warm story to carry you to a place of calm and rest. Dahlia and Geranium, a story of compromise. This story is about Dahlia and her snake friend, Geranium, who embark on a dangerous journey together to save their garden, learning the value of compromise and teamwork. Dahlia lived in a small cottage at the edge of the enchanted forest, where flowers bloomed in the glow of the moonlight. It was a charming place, filled with the scent of jasmine and the melody of nightingales. In this paradise, Dahlia cultivated a beautiful garden, nurturing each plant with love and care. Their favorite companion was a snake named Geranium, who had vibrant emerald scales and a gentle heart. Unlike other serpents, Geranium was kind and loved flowers as much as Dahlia did. He would curl up round the stems, his scales sparkling like gems in the sun. One day, the garden suffered a terrible drought. The flowers wilted and the leaves turned brown. Dahlia was heartbroken, fearing that all her hard work would wither away. She watered the plants with the last drops from her well, but it was not enough. Geranium, seeing Dahlia's distress, decided to help. He remembered an ancient water source deep within the forest. However, there was a problem. The path was fraught with dangers, and Dahlia felt uneasy about letting Geranium go alone. After much deliberation, they decided to go together, agreeing on a plan that relied on both their strengths. Dahlia packed a basket with provisions, while Geranium shed his bright scales to blend into the forest better. Together, they navigated the treacherous terrain, with Dahlia's keen senses augmenting Geranium's stealth. Along their journey, they faced fierce winds and tangled vines. There were moments when Dahlia wanted to go back, but Geranium's determination never wavered. We knew that, if they compromised and combined their abilities, they could find the water source and save the garden. After several days of arduous travel, they reached a hidden spring surrounded by whispering willows. The water was clear and abundant, just as Geranium had promised. Using all their collected weeds, Dahlia filled her basket, while Geranium helped to carry the extra weight by wrapping the vines around himself and slithering gracefully. When they finally returned to the cottage, Dahlia watered each plant meticulously, watching as life slowly returned to her beloved garden. The flowers stood tall once more, their colors vivid and their petals soft. Dahlia and Geranium sat together under the moonlight, looking over their rejuvenated garden with pride. They realized their friendship had grown stronger through the ordeal. They had learned the art of compromise, understanding that by working together and valuing each other's success they could overcome any challenge. Each night, under the shimmering stars, they would share stories and dreams, their bond unbreakable, and their hearts content. Another story begins to bring you warmth. Iris and Peony, the tale of compromise. This story is about Iris, a healing woman, and Peony, a water elemental, who learned to compromise their contrasting desires to create a beautiful garden without harming the river. In a land where magic flowed as freely as the rivers themselves, there lived a kind-hearted young woman named Iris and a playful water elemental named Peony. Iris, with her cascading auburn hair and bright green eyes, was known far and wide for her ability to heal others with just a touch. Peony, on the other hand, was a whimsical being made entirely of water, and she could create the most awe-inspiring spectacles with droplets and waves. One sunny afternoon, as Iris wandered by the serene riverbank, collecting herbs for her remedies, she stumbled upon Peony. The water elemental was dancing gleefully in the water, her laughter carrying on the gentle breeze. Curious, Iris approached and asked, "May I join you in your dance?" Peony's eyes sparkled with joy and she eagerly agreed. Over time, the two became the best of friends, spending countless days dancing by the river and evenings talking under the stars. Their companionship seemed perfect, but they each had desires that were polar opposites. Iris loved the stable ground, the warmth of the sun, and the solid earth beneath her feet. Peony, in contrast, adored the freedom of the water, the fluid grace of the river, and the shimmering surface of the lake. One day, they had a disagreement. Iris wanted to plant a garden next to the riverbank, filled with vibrant flowers that would attract bees and butterflies. Peony, concerned about her home, worried that the roots might clog the water and disrupt her dances. The two friends were at an impasse. To find a solution, they decided to talk it through under the ancient willow tree that stood watch over the river. Iris explained her dream of creating a sanctuary for all living creatures, where life could bloom in all its beauty. Peony expressed her fears, worried that the garden might block her free-flowing currents and upset the balance of the river. They listened to each other, with open hearts seeking a compromise. Finally, an idea sparked between them. They agreed to plant the garden a few feet away from the riverbank, close enough for Iris to enjoy, while ensuring Peony's watery abode remained untouched. They also decided that Tia would help water the garden using her magic, creating a beautiful cascade of droplets that nourished the plants without flooding the soil. The compromise was perfect. Together, they created a magnificent garden where vibrant flowers bloomed and butterflies fluttered while the river flowed freely beside. Iris and Peony continued to dance by the river, their bond stronger than ever. Through understanding and compromise, they forged a friendship that nourished both their dreams, proving that even the deepest waters and solid lands could coexist in harmony. Let's explore a new, beautiful story. Crocus and Iris, the art of sharing. But this story is about Crocus, a human, and Iris, a frog, who learn the profound joy of sharing through their deepening friendship and the special moments they share. Once upon a time, in a quaint village, nestled by a sparkling river, lived a kind-hearted human named Crocus. Crocus had a small cottage surrounded by a vibrant garden full of colorful flowers. Each morning, he would take a stroll through the garden, admiring the beauty of the blooms and listening to the cheerful songs of the birds. One sunny afternoon, as Crocus tended to his flowers, he heard a faint croaking sound. Intrigued, he followed the sound and discovered a small, green frog sitting on a lily pad. "Hello there," Crocus greeted warmly. The frog looked up and replied, "Hello, my name is Iris." From that day on, Crocus and Iris became fast friends. They spent their days sharing stories and laughter. Iris loved to tell Crocus about the adventures she had in the river, while Crocus shared tales of faraway lands and magical places. One day, as they sat by the river, Iris looked at Crocus with her big, shiny eyes and said, "Crocus, I have a special place I want to show you." Crocus, curious and excited, followed Iris as she hopped along the bank of the river. They soon arrived at a hidden grove, filled with the aroma of wildflowers and the gentle hum of bees. In the center of the grove stood an ancient tree with branches that reached towards the sky. "This is my secret place," Iris said softly. "I come here whenever I want to be alone and think." Crocus was touched that Iris trusted him enough to share her special place. He looked around and felt a sense of peace wash over him. "Thank you, Iris," he said. "This is truly a beautiful place." As they sat under the ancient tree, Iris began to sing a sweet, melodious tune. Crocus closed his eyes, letting the music fill his heart. The song was about friendship and the joy of sharing moments with those we care about. From that day on, Crocus and Iris visited the secret grove often. They planted new flowers, shared their dreams, and made many more memories. A grove became their sanctuary, a place where they could escape the worries of the world and simply enjoy each other's company. One chilly autumn evening, as they watched the leaves fall, Crocus took Iris's tight hand and said, "Iris, thank you for teaching me the true meaning of sharing. It's not just about giving things, but also about sharing our time, our thoughts, and our hearts." Iris smiled and squeezed Crocus's hand gently. "I'm glad you feel that way," she said softly. "Our friendship is the most precious thing to me." And so Crocus and Iris continued to share their lives, their laughter, and their love for many years to come, creating a bond that was as beautiful and everlasting as the blooms in Crocus's garden. Let's wander softly into another story. Crocus and Lobelia, a tale of innocence. His story is about a pure-hearted boy named Crocus and a beetle named Lobelia, who, through their innocent friendship, discovered the true magic of the world. Once upon a time, in a village nestled between emerald forests and sapphire rivers, lived a young boy named Crocus. He had a heart as pure as the mountain streams and eyes that sparkled with the curiosity of 1,000 fireflies. One bright morning, as the sun cast golden ribbons through the trees, Crocus ventured into the forest. There, among the deepest flowers and whispering leaves, he met a tiny beetle named Lobelia. Lobelia had glistening green wings and a shell that shimmered like precious gemstones under the dappled sunlight. They became instant friends, sharing secrets and dreams, even though one was a boy and the other a beetle. Crocus told Lobelia about his wish to explore the world beyond the village, while Lobelia spoke of the wonders lying hidden in the heart of the forest. They played together every day, building daisy chains and skipping stones across the glistening river. One day, Crocus and Lobelia discovered an old, forgotten path cloaked in ivy. The path seemed to beckon them, with whispers of adventure and magic. With hearts beating in excitement, they decided to follow it. The path led them to a hidden glade where flowers of every imaginable color bloomed, and the air was filled with the melody of birdsong. In the center of the glade stood an ancient tree, its branches heavy with delicate, glowing fruits. As they marveled at the sight, an elder squirrel approached, his fur silvered by age. He told them that the tree was enchanted, and its fruits could grant any wish made with a heart full of innocence. Crocus and Lobelia looked at each other, their eyes wide with wonder and hope. Crocus may wish to always have friends who would understand him, and Lobelia wished for the forest to remain a safe haven forever. They plucked 2 of the glowing fruits and made their wishes with pure heart. A radiant light enveloped them, and they knew their wishes had been granted. From that day on, Crocus never felt alone, and the forest remained a place of harmony and wonder. Crocus and Lobelia continued to explore together, their friendship growing stronger day by day. They realized that the greatest magic was not in the enchanted tree, but in the pure, innocent bond they share. The village became a place where dreams and reality intertwined, and the glade remained a secret sanctuary for Crocus and Lobelia. And so, their tale lived on in the whispers of the leaves and the songs of the river, a testament to the innocence that bound a boy and a beetle in an unbreakable bond of friendship. Thank you for being here tonight. Good night.